guys, it's Lisa and welcome back to my channel, Lisa Loves Leaves. Hey guys, it has been so long since I have done a video. I am so sorry. To be honest, I was kind of just not feeling it for a while. I haven't really been inspired to do any videos. But I was watching Growing Green's Hoya collection video recently. I'll put a link down below to her video, and it kind of inspired me to do a Hoya collection video because I have so many Hoya. I thought that last time I had a lot of Hoya. I actually went back and watched my last Hoya video, which was my Hoya collection video from, I think it was 2022. So obviously it's now 2024, so it's been a while, and oh my gosh, I thought I had so many Hoya then. I did not. So yeah, I'm really kind of like, yes, I just really want to do this video. So we'll see how we go. So I'm going to show them to you all if they have flowered. Quite a few of my Hoyas have flowered. I'll pop a picture up here so you can see what the flower looked like. If I can remember what it smelled like, I'll describe it. But I will try and go through them as quickly as I can. Just otherwise this video is going to be like hours and hours long. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it and have a look at my current Hoya collection. Okay, so I'm just going to start with the Hoya that are around me because there's a few like just in front of me on a table. These are smaller guys. Yeah, we'll start with them. So first I have this beautiful Hoya. It is a Hoya elliptica. You can see I still have my, if you've watched my videos in the past, I love my plant tags. I'll pop a little link down below of where you can get those. Just my friend, she makes them. To be honest, this is my second one. My first one died. This is my second one. It wasn't doing anything for ages. And to be honest, I've just been, with all my Hoya that don't seem to be growing, or they'll put out a growth point and then it will die, I have just been spraying them with like in-spray, and then that seems to have fixed the problem, and ever since I did that it's finally started growing. So I haven't had this one for very long, maybe a couple months. Yeah, it wasn't doing anything for ages, but it's now growing. So yeah, it's very cute. I love Hoya elliptica for this awesome like pattern and veining. Very cute. Next is my Hoya surigioensis. I remember seeing this in my last video and it was tiny, so this guy has not grown. Same thing, wasn't doing anything, gave it a spray recently of In-Spray 99, suddenly it started growing. So these couple of leaves here have only just grown maybe within the last couple of weeks, and so I have hope for it now that it will actually start to do something because it is teeny tiny. Sky is new. I just literally got this. It came in the post like 2-3 days ago. This is Hoya undulata. So it's not the best leaf, but I have hopes for future leaves, because yeah, this doesn't really show you how cool Hoya undulata is. It's actually such a cool looking Hoya, so I'm really excited to see what it looks like in the future. This is not the best example, but hopefully it really does well in my environment. The next one, again, this was in my last video and it was tiny and it hasn't grown like at all. I just potted it in a bigger pot, so hopefully that means that it will actually start to grow now. I think that was part of the problem. It is my Hoya acuta. Very cute plant again. Some slight veining, and this guy has a little bit of splash as well, as you can see. So yeah, he has not grown very much since the last time you saw him in my last video. Okay, next we have my Hoya latifolia snow queen, or macrophyllus snow queen. That is the original leaf. It is really thirsty, so please excuse that, it needs a water. You can tell from this leaf, look how wrinkly it is. The other leaves are okay, but yeah, I can tell just by looking at this guy needs a water, so I will be doing that right after this. But as you can see, really cute Hoya. Love this guy. Beautiful like heart-shaped leaves with a bit of veining as well. This guy also has, the original cutting has a bit of splash. There's a little bit. This guy has a bit of splash. It hasn't like continued too much, but yeah, just a little bit. So that's him. This one also needs water. Oh my gosh. So my Hoya caudata sumatra, I think it is. Yeah, it definitely needs water. We'll be doing that right after this video. This is a relatively new guy to my collection, probably had him a couple of months. Yeah, this leaf has gone a bit funny. I think it was like right up against the window. It maybe even has a bit of a fungal infection, so I've got to water this guy and I might just give him a spray just to be on the safe side. What I really love about them is when these get sun stressed, amazing. Okay, this guy was also in my last video, I believe, and he's doing really well. Again, same thing, didn't do anything for so long, but since we've moved into this house, he's been doing really well. It is my Hoya mini bell, so yeah, it's getting quite a lot fuller, which is really awesome. I was actually going to give up on this Hoya a while ago. It wasn't doing anything, but yeah, it's doing really well now. I was going to get rid of him. I decided to keep him, and actually I'm really glad I did because he's quite cute. Okay, next this is my Hoya variegated Waiete. So it is very cute. I actually think I'm gonna chop it back and just chop and prop it and then put some more cuttings back into the pot, because at the moment it's just kind of one long strand, but it is very, very cute. I love this Hoya. Okay, and next is my Hoya incrusata. So he is kind of just going nuts at the moment. I need to repot him. He is, yeah, he's getting a bit big for his pot and drying out quite quickly, so I'm having to water him fairly often. Again, I love this this Hoya. It's got a little bit of veining, but I really like that the leaves are kind of like wrinkly on the edges, if you can see that. Oh, that's probably a good example, that one there. This is a completely different Hoya incrusata to the one that was in my previous Hoya collection video. That one died, this is a new one. So yeah, Hoya incrusata, very cute. Okay, next this is my Hoya Chelsea, I believe. I don't know. It was sold to me as, so hopefully it is. I don't know what it's up to. It is doing some weird things. I think it had a fungal infection when I got it. I have sprayed it and treated it. So it doesn't seem to be continuing, but it keeps producing these like odd leaves. See, it's like they're not flat, they're just, yeah, really weird. They're all crinkly like this, so yeah, I'm not 100% sure what is up with this Hoya. Its growth pattern is just really weird. I mean, this is the only good leaf, to be honest. All the others are just like real average and weird. It's put out these new ones. This leaf is tiny. So yeah, this is kind of the only good leaf that it's put out since I've had it. The rest are just weird. I don't know what else to say, but it's just weird. So yeah, I'm not sure what's up with this Hoya at all. Next, this is another big leafed Hoya. It is my Hoya Sarawak, which I love. It has just put out a new growth point here. It's got this lovely veining. The leaves are huge. Some of the leaves have this like a slight like purple margin around the edge, if you can see that. And the leaves always come out like really bright purple when they first come out, and then they darken into green. So yeah, I love this guy. It is amazing. Just such a cool Hoya. Definitely one of my favorites. Okay, next this is my Hoya New Guinea Ghost. This is like my fourth plant. I have bought so many cuttings of this and they just died, but this one seems to be all good. I got it as a couple, like 3 or 4 leaves, and it started to put out more. So I think we're good now. I think the problem was just like it wasn't established enough, the original one that I had, and I also moved it away from the light a little bit because I think it was A, getting burnt, and B, like it was just getting too thirsty too soon. So yeah, it is so cute though. I can't wait for this to get big. Not much else to say about it, just love the like silvery leaves. It is so unique, and yeah, just such a lovely Hoya. I don't even know what's going on with this one. It is a Hoya latifolia, also it has been labelled now. I believe it used to be called a Hoya lucidendria something or another, but has been reclassified. It's also known as the dinner plate Hoya. So I actually have 2 cuttings in here, but I don't know what they're up to. Every single time they start to grow a leaf, the leaf just, or stem just dies off. Yeah, so it's got these 2 random leaves. This guy is just like this weird long thing I don't know what to do with, and yeah, you can see it just kept dying off, but I can see down here a teeny tiny little growth point, so hopefully that means that this guy's gonna finally start growing. So he's a bit awkward, but yeah, hopefully he will be okay. Okay, next is my Hoya Bella outer variegated. I can't even remember if this is the same one that did I even have this last time? I don't know. If I did have one last time, I don't even think this is the same one. My one like died, I think, and this is a new one. She's very thirsty, so yeah, please excuse that. I need to give her water right after this. This one gets really thirsty really fast. Yeah, that is my Hoya Bella outer variegated. This is my Hoya Billabata. This is the same, I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is the same Billabata that you saw in my last Hoya video. And as you can see, she has not grown much. This is another one that is still tiny. I was saying that I was really struggling with Billabata in that last video. Since then, I feel like she's finally like doing something and going well, and I haven't had any casualties. She keeps putting out peduncles and then just not flowering. So she's got one here at the moment. So we'll see if that actually eventuates into anything. They seem to just like drop off. Yeah. So that is her. She's still in this tiny little pot. Next, this is my Hoya Kerrii. This is the same plant you saw in my last video, but she has only just finally started growing since then, like literally only just in the last few months. This is the original cutting that I had, so it's put out 2 whole leaves since the last time you saw it, and then this long cutting has put out 3 maybe, and it keeps putting out like peduncles, but then nothing happens, like nothing. So yeah, that's her. She's kind of a weird growth pattern. I'm not really sure what to do about it, but I don't know. I'm just kind of leaving her as is right now because if I cut her, she'll just stop growing, and then I have to wait another 2 years for her to grow, which will be delightful. So she is as she is. Okay, next is my Hoya Jennifer. Really love this Hoya. It is so pretty. I don't know what it is about her. I just love her. She's got really thick leaves, veining, and yeah, she's just cool. She has also flowered for me a few times, so that was really awesome. I'll put a picture here as normal, as usual. And yeah, I don't know. I just like her veining. I'm a sucker for the veining. Next is my Hoya fungi. I did have this Hoya last time in my last video, but it is a lot bigger now. I have actually, I think, taken cuttings of it a few times, but for the most part haven't touched it. So she's a lot bigger than she was last time, obviously. Yeah, she's just doing her thing. But yeah, she has also flowered for me a few times. Again, I'll put a picture up in the corner, but I already knew she was a Hoya fungi because she has the really lovely furry backs on her leaves. So yeah. Next, this was in my original video. The cutting that I showed you in my last Hoya video is actually in this pot, but I did purchase a whole other one of these and just added that small cutting in. It is my Hoya Polyneura variegata. So it is the outer version, I believe. I think Emma is when this swapped around. So yeah, I think it's the outer version. So cute. I love, still love my Hoya Polyneuras. This guy is stunning. I actually just took a few cuttings from him the other week because he's getting huge and growing really well. Okay, the next Hoya I'm so proud of. This is the same plant that you saw in my Hoya collection video last. It is my Hoya Hindu rope, and it is absolutely massive. So here he is. He is so big. And he just flowers absolutely non-stop. Here is a picture of some of his flowers. I think he's pretty much, he's only just stopped flowering. He's been flowering pretty much non-stop for at least the last 8-9 months. Seriously, I don't know how it's doing it, and then it's still growing on top of that. So yeah, he is huge. He's loving life. I have never cut him. I probably should, but I haven't. He is like one of my fastest growing Hoya. He gets a lot of light. Yeah, he gets pretty much direct sunlight in winter, and yeah, filtered bright light in summertime. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, the next two Hoya are very similar. This is my Hoya Waiitii. So cute. So this is the non-variegated version. Love this guy. It's very similar to a Hoya shepherdi, which I'm actually going to show you next. Leaves are a lot shorter, and they also have this pretty like kind of purple margin around the edge, if you can hopefully see that, and they can come in quite purple like these new leaves. It is so cute. It is in the tiniest little pot, but it seems to be loving life, so I haven't repotted it. I've just left it as is because yeah, it's just growing so well. So yeah, Hoya here. And then next is my Hoya shepherdi. So he is Gutenberg. This is the same shepherdi that I showed you in my last Hoya collection video. So he has gotten a lot bigger. He has flowered so many times. So I'm going to put a picture here so you can see. I haven't ever been able to get it in its full glory because it's been quite difficult just to photograph it. But when it gets, when it flowers, it normally puts out like between 10 and 15, maybe even 20 flowers at a time, and the whole room smells amazing. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just a very nice floral scent. That is my Hoya shepherdi. So there is just so many like old peduncles all over it, honestly. Okay, next is my Hoya erythrostema. I don't know what to do with him. He's just like all over the place. Yeah, anyway, this is him. Same situation. Didn't grow for like year and a half. Sprayed the ends with in spray, and I think he had flat mites or something, because then after that he's actually started growing. So I pretty much had 2 leaves for like nearly a year and a half, and he's only just started growing recently. So there he is. He's very cute. He's got a little bit of splash as well. Yeah, next is my Hoya obscura, who is flowering at the moment for the first time as well. Here he is. She is all over the place. I need to like kind of put some of these vines down, but yeah, she is flowering, as you can see. So cute. This is the first time I smelt it. Oh, it smells so good. I don't know what it smells like. It's kind of like honey and vanilla almost. It's really a really nice smell. But yeah, so that is the little flower. A little bit of some sunstress here. And last summer she was actually like all of her leaves were red. She was so red. I'll see if I can find a photo, and if I can, I'll put it here so you can see. And it's really interesting. I just assumed that once a leaf was sunstressed, it would stay sunstressed, but I haven't cut this girl, and all of the leaves that were like red are now green. So I don't know. In my last video I had a Hoya obscura that I said I didn't know whether it was an obscura or not. I don't think it was. I don't even have that cutting anymore, but this one is definitely an obscura, as we now know, since it has flowered. And yeah, this leaf is a real typical like obscura leaf, I feel. Yeah, really sorry about the lighting. It's just the time of the day. I've just had to close one of my blinds a little bit, so that's why there's this bit of a filtered, because it was just like shining right in my face and making the video screen really bright. So next is my Hoya obovata. Variegata. I think it's an inner, yeah, it's an inner obovata. Very cute. I only got this not that long ago. Unfortunately, these 2 new leaves, they don't have very much variegation, so we'll see how we go. If the next lot are kind of the same, then I'll just chop it back and see if we can start again, because obviously these original leaves are really nice, and she's got quite a decent amount of splash at the same time, which is really cool. Okay, next we've got my Hoya diptera. I had this last time, but obviously, as you can see, she is a lot bigger now. But yeah, if she looks a bit thirsty, it is because she is. I just watered her, so she'll still be taking in that water at the moment. But yeah, very cute. And again, my Hoya diptera has flowered once or twice, I think, so I'll put a picture up here so that you can have a look. I don't know what it is about Hoya diptera, I just think she's really cute. Next is my Hoya neo-ibudica. So this was in my last plant video. As you can see, she's grown quite a bit since then. Kind of just all over the place, to be honest. Yeah, not really much more to say about this. I'm pretty sure she's flowered. If she has, I'll put a picture here. I just have to go through my gallery and look, but I think she did, or I might be thinking of my Nicholsonia. I'm not too sure. But yeah, anyway, she is doing really well. Yeah, very similar to Nicholsonii. And next is my Hoya Mafilde. She is beautiful. I did have a Hoya Mathilde last time. That cutting did not grow very much at all. In fact, I have put it in here. So this plant I got from King's. They are pretty common now. You can buy them from houseplant stores. So pretty much all of this is from King's. And then this tiny little cutting here is my original Mathilde, which you can see is still quite splashy, whereas the rest of this is not. Like, it's got a little bit, but definitely nowhere near as much. So yeah, I just added my original cutting in with it, and we'll see what happens. It will probably be a bit cute if there's some that are like normal leaves and some that are variegated. That's my thoughts anyway. Okay, next is my Hoya Compacta Moana Loa. She is here. So these are, this is an inner variegated. To be honest, she is not the most variegated Hoya in the world. You can see there's a few leaves, like that's got some variegation. This little growth tip has a few variegated leaves, but at the back it's very much just, yeah, normal. There's like this one tiny little variegated leaf there. Yeah, so it is definitely a slow grower compared to my compacta, I'll tell you that now. Next is my Forever Struggle Street Hoya. This is a different one to my previous video, but it's still terrible Hoya regardless. I got another cutting. It had like 3 or 4 leaves, so I thought, what could be the problem? Still hasn't grown. Every leaf it's put out has been white, and now it is starting to get looking real like sad. I think it's got a little bit burnt as well. So yeah, I'm not too sure about this one. Still 3 leaves. I've had it for like a year and a half and it hasn't done anything. Every leaf that comes through is just full white and just falls off. So I'm kind of like so over it. If there was like a decent size one, then I would definitely buy it. Like, I mean bigger than that, but they're still really expensive, unfortunately. So I'll keep waiting and see what happens. Okay, next, I mentioned this before, this is my Hoya Macrophylla Elbow or outer variegated. Such a good Hoya. This Hoya was on my wish list like 3-4 years, like just for so long, so I'm so glad that I finally got one. She is so pretty. I love these leaves. She's got this cute little leaf down here at the bottom that's kind of got an interesting pattern going on there. But yeah, that is my Elbow Macrophylla. Definitely a fave. Oh my gosh, this one is definitely a fave. Probably one of my top favorite Hoyas. It is my Hoya Peculata Variegata. How beautiful is this plant? Oh my gosh, I wanted one of these for so long and they were not available in New Zealand, and then I saw a really decent one for such a good price. Had to get her, and she's grown pretty steadily ever since I did get her, and she's flowered twice, so flowers up here. But yeah, how pretty. It's just everything for me. It's the circular leaf, the variegation. She also has quite like a pink margin around the edge of the leaves, which is really cute. It's like smooth and velvety, and it's got like some texture as well as some veinage. Just like all of my top favorite things. I love this Hoya. This is the best Hoya ever in my opinion. So pretty, so pretty. I love her. Okay, next, this plant's very thirsty. Poor Hoya. I will water her immediately after this. It is my Hoya Incrusata Moonshadow or inner variegated. Yeah, excludes these leaves. As you can see, very wrinkly. She is very thirsty, but she is beautiful. I love this Hoya. Again, this Hoya has flowered for me too. I'm so lucky. My Hoyas, so many of my Hoyas have flowered. It's really exciting every time that they do as well. So yeah, she has also flowered like once or twice actually. There are a few leaves that have reverted, so I'll probably give her a little bit of a trim back to try and get some more of this variegation going. Really pretty, just needs, yeah, a bit of a trim back too, so that she can produce a bit more variegation. Next is my Hoya Curie variegated. This is terrible. So ugly. I don't know what to do with this Hoya. I just repotted it because I realized it wasn't in very good potting mix and the root's really tiny, so I think that's part of it. It put out this leaf which is all curvy and I don't know what that's about. I'm kind of tempted to just cut this leaf off because it's really ugly. If you ignore that one, these are kind of cute, but yeah, it is really small and I am struggling with this one. Next, this Hoya is always flowering. It is my Hoya lacunosa. So as you can see, it has grown a lot since the last video. There are just so many vines in there. I've wrapped it around several times. So yeah, there's a flower there, there's one here, and there's one on the other side. They're just at the end. They have been on here for a little while, so they're just about to fall off. But she just flowers for me non-stop, and yeah, she's just so pretty. I love my Hoya lacunosa. As you can see, she's gone all the way around the trellis, which I love and just think is so nice. There's a close-up of the leaves. They're so cute. And then next is my Hoya Crimson Queen. This is the same plant as the last video. You can see she has grown a bit since then. Not as much as I would like, to be honest. She's still kind of small, but she has done something, so that's promising. She has also flowered for me just recently, which was really exciting. Picture is here. Yeah, she's just kind of doing her thing. I don't know what she's up to, but she's kind of all over the place and running wild. So yeah, so pretty. Still love these Hoyas. Okay, next we have this little cutie. This is my Hoya Irina. Very cute. I only just got this recently. It's put out 2 leaves since I've got it, and I've got a 3rd on the way. Yeah, just very cute. Love the veining and the pattern on the leaves. Actually, my mum's name is Irene, so it kind of, every time I see it or like talk about it, it makes me think of her. Okay, next we have another Hoya, kind of similar. It is my Hoya Dakii. As you can see, this leaf is not looking very good and probably will cut it off. It's not looking happy. It did, I believe, have a fungal infection when I first got it, so I have actually treated it. The new leaves are for the most part okay. It's just that the old leaves still have some residue of that, so like this leaf for example. But those leaves were, that was kind of what the condition of the leaves were when I got the plant, and since I've had it, these 3 leaves, which are looking pretty nice and healthy, have grown. Also needs water, so I will definitely be doing that today. But yeah, Hoya Dakii. Yeah, another Hoya. I like the veining, but also it's got interesting shaped leaves. As you can see, they're kind of like almost heart shaped, but not quite at the end, which I quite like. It's very different and unique. So yeah, that's kind of what drew me to Hoya Dakii in the first place. Okay, next is my Cinnamomophilia. Do not have the same plant that I had in the last video. I got rid of that cutting. I sold it because it like just didn't do a single thing for me for such a long time, and I bought a more established one, which is doing a little bit better. It just has so many vines like all over the place, and that it's not actually putting leaves on. It has put some leaves out for me since I have got it, so it's doing better than my last Cinnamomophilia, which did nothing. It's very similar to like Verticillata, Nicholsonia, etc. But it is supposed to have bigger leaves, so like this is meant to be kind of the average leaf size. They can also supposedly get bigger than this. It's kind of where she's at the moment. It's really hard to show you because she's just, I feel like, all over the place. Next is my Hoya globulosa, although I'm really confused with this one. I bought it as a globulosa, but there's a lot of Hoyas being called villosa, and I don't know if that's a different Hoya or it's the same Hoya, but it's got a new name. I have no idea, but I'm just calling this one globulosa because that's what I know it as. She is. This was on my wish list for a long time. I love it. So furry, and even the stem is really furry, and yeah, it's very cool. It's got some new leaves coming out there. I feel like maybe I need to chop it back and put some more cuttings back in so it kind of like is more bushy. I'm not sure. What do you think? If you have a suggestion, pop it down below in the comment section, because yeah, I don't really know what to do with this one, but all I know is she is beautiful and I love her. Okay, next this is my Hoya Australis Lisa. She is just coming to the end of her flowering at the moment. As you can see, so beautiful and cute. Yeah, you can see she has grown really well. She is doing amazing. She looks stunning. Yeah, I love her. I love when the leaves come in this lovely pink colour as well. Okay, next this is my Hoya Erythrina. I love this Hoya. It is one of my favourites. Just love the simple pattern on the leaves. Like, it's a little bit of veining, but it's very subtle. They have a slight, sometimes they have a slight wavy kindness to them, and these look really nice when they are sun stressed as well. This Hoya I've had for quite a while. It did nothing for a very long time, and once again I sprayed for flat mites. Ever since then it has started to grow, and it is growing quite steadily now. So yeah, most of the leaves that you see here have come out only within the last couple of months, and yeah, I really love this Hoya. It is one of my favorite Hoyas as well. Absolutely stunning. Okay, next, this is a real cutie and one of my favorites. She's a little bit thirsty, but I have just watered her, so ignore that. But it is my, oops, dripping water, it is my Hoya Fitchii. She is very cute. Again, you can see I love the veining. It's like how it's quite subtle on this Hoya, and there's quite a lot of veining. It's like almost like a lattice. It kind of like reminds me slightly of a plant like the mosaic. I really love Hoya Fitchii. This is again another one that didn't do anything for a while, but has just recently started to really take off and is actually doing really well. And you can see sometimes it gets a little bit of the leaves come in a little bit darker. Next, this is my Hoya longifolia. Don't know what this one is doing. It is kind of just veining at the moment. My hopes are that eventually it will be nice and full and thick, just like my Hoya shepherdii, because it's a very similar vibe. It's got long, skinny leaves. One of the ways that you can identify and tell whether a Hoya is a longifolia versus a shepherdii is a longifolia has this kind of center seam in the middle, if you can see that there. So you can see there's like this subtle line that runs right through the middle, and that is a sign of a longifolia. Next is one of my big boy Hoyas. This is my Hoya verticillata, and I don't think I can even fit the whole thing in here. It is huge. So yeah, that's her. She is on this giant circular trellis, and she's massive. This is not the same verticillata as in my last video. Well, actually I lied there. I do still have that verticillata. It is in here somewhere, but I did buy a nice big one of these from King's Plant Barn, and it was quite big. Not quite as big as it is now, but it was already quite an established plant, and now it's just like really taken off, and it's just crazy. So some of the leaves are really nice and big. Like this leaf you can see is quite a decent size, these two here. This is quite a nice leaf, it's quite big, and it looks really nice in summertime when the leaves get nice and sun stressed. So yeah, that is him. This, I just literally got this Hoya like 2 days ago. This is the Hoya crassiopetalata, don't know, splash. So it's just a small little cutting here. It is very cute. I never actually I knew about crassiopetalata, whatever it's called. Knew about them, but didn't know that you could get a splashy version. And they look so cute, especially when they get older. So yeah, I just picked this little guy up the other day, and looking forward to seeing, you know, kind of like how it ends up looking as it gets older, and hopefully the splash will continue. This leaf has quite a lot of splash. So yeah, very cute. Next is my Hoya annulata. This is not the original one from the last video. Gave up on that one, it died. I just got this one recently. So this is the Hoya annulata. This is so good. I got this whole plant for like $20 a couple weeks ago. I don't know about these leaves. There's some leaves that have this on them. I've given it a spray just in case it's something that might spread. And yeah, I'm just deciding if I just cut those leaves off maybe. But there's quite a few that are fine. Like a lot of these ones up here, the newer growth seems to be fine. It just looks like it's the older growth, and that might have just been something that was happening when the person before me had the plant. Maybe it had an infection or something, I'm not sure, or pests, I don't know. But anyway, it's doing really well now, and yeah, Hoya annulata, very cute. Just love the leaves on these guys. Okay, next is my Hoya Vitalina, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, splash. This is her hair. These are the original leaves. They're quite a little bit sad, but the older leaves are doing really well. She's a bit thirsty. I have watered her, but she's still just absorbing it. But yeah, I just love this plant for the splash pattern that it has. The latest leaves don't have that much. Oh, actually, I lie. These are the latest leaves, so actually there wasn't that much splash in the last leaves, and they've actually got even more splash now in the latest leaves. So yeah, I'm really loving these leaves in particular. And look who has just come to join me. It is Leia. Hello, hello. Oh, careful. Oh god. Okay, that is my puppy. You probably haven't seen her before. We've had her for about nearly a year in June. Leia, come sit and say hello to the people. Oh god. Sit. Leia. Here she is. Say hi. Oh, hi people. And she knocked everything over. Okay, out you go, out. There is a baby gate on the plant room for this exact reason, but I left it open because I'm going back and forth so much. Okay, next is my Hoya obovata, which has grown a lot since the last time you would have seen her. I'm not really sure which way is the front, to be honest, because yeah, she's kind of just all over the place. So maybe this way is good. So some of the leaves are quite light, and that is just from the amount of light that they have been getting over summer. These are new leaves, for example, and they have come in a lot darker. She's got a bit of splash still. I do get it in some of the leaves, and she has also flowered for me, so I will put a picture here of her flowers. I think she's actually flowered twice. And actually I'm just looking and I can see some new peduncles coming in, so it looks like she's about to flower again. Just like all over the place. I don't really know how to position her in a nice way at the moment, so I need to figure that out. Okay, next this is my Hoya macrophylla or Hoya pot of gold. I have just realised this doesn't actually have a tag. I need to get one. So yeah, this is her. She is adorable. I absolutely love her. Such stunning leaves in variegation. So this is the inner variegated version, and then I also have the outer variegated version as well. Love this Hoya. Ooh. And then next is my Hoya Callistophylla. It's very cute. I have just realized that it has a peduncle like right there. Can you see it? So that is exciting. That will be the first time it flowers. I'm very excited about it. Hopefully it will flower before I edit this video, which is very likely. And so I will put a picture up here of when it flowers. Yeah, I love this Hoya. Beautiful veining and pattern. There's actually two cuttings in here. One of them was sold to me as a Finlaysonii. There was a lot of debate about whether it was a Callistophylla or a Finlaysonii. I can't tell the difference. I just put it in here because literally it just looks the same to me. So yeah, if you can see, can you even see where the Finlaysonii is? Because I can't even tell which is what, because it just looks all the same to me. So I don't know. I've just put it all in the same pot to save space because I couldn't tell the difference, and it seemed like a waste to have two different Hoyas that look exactly the same. Okay, next this is my Hoya passiflora. This is definitely a different plant to the one I had in the last Hoya video, which I think was just a tiny little cutting anyway, like a couple of leaves. So this one I bought almost this size, maybe like a little bit smaller, from a plant store. So yeah, they're a lot more available now. Very cute, similar to Waiatii and Shepherdii. Just those long skinny leaves, but they're again even skinnier and shorter than even a Waiatii. So yeah, very cute. Love her. Next, this is the same plant you saw in my last video as my Hoya benguitensis times Hoya eligurium. I don't even think I have repotted it since then. I'm pretty sure it's still in the same pot, but as you can tell, it is real big, like so many growth points all the way around. It is just, I don't know, I love this Hoya. Again, I think it's purely just like how bushy and amazing does she look. So good. And then next we have Hoya meredithii. So this is quite a small cutting. I just put it on this trellis because it's doing some weird I don't know what it's doing. So yeah, there she is. Such a beautiful Hoya. Again, amazing veinage, quite a lot of it, and really lovely big leaves. So yeah, as you can see, mine's just a bit awkward at the moment. Hopefully I do have another growth point that has grown here, so hopefully that will continue to grow and put some leaves on there, and then hopefully that will fill in like this odd kind of gap. But yeah, very cool. Love these. I also have this Hoya. This is my Hoya Nicholsonii. I'll just take it down to show you. So this is how he is looking at the moment. As you can see, the leaves are very sun-stressed. So yeah, he just lives outside on this basket, and he's doing pretty good. I also have this Hoya that lives outside as well. Sorry if you can hear the traffic. It is my Hoya puber calyx, and it has flowered recently. I will put a picture to the side. So yeah, that is. Okay. Next, I'm just going to go through all of my really small Hoya, and I'll go through them as quickly as I can. So these are all the Hoya that I currently keep in my little IKEA glass house, like this. So they are all my Hoyas that are quite small still and very juvenile. And then normally when they get a bit bigger, I move them out and into the plant room somewhere. There are some plants in there that probably could come out, but I just don't have any more room in the plant room, so as long as they fit, they're kind of just staying in there for now. So yeah, let's start. So first we've got this little Hoya Bella Louise Boy, I think it is. So I showed you my other Hoya Bella, which was variegated, and so that one is my outer variegated, and this is my inner variegated. Probably my favourite of the Hoya Bellas. Next, this is my Hoya Rebecca. It's a very small. I think I had a Hoya Rebecca in my last Hoya video. This is a new Hoya Rebecca. That one just didn't do very well and eventually got root rot and died. So this is a new one. I only just got this as a cutting recently. This is Hoya Rosita. Again, very small. I have had another one of these previously that again didn't do very well. Kind of same story as the Rebecca. Got a new cutting just recently. It's been rooting for a while, and I've recently just potted it. So yeah, it's pretty small at the moment. Next, this is Hoya Parasitica Black Margin. Very cute. I love this Hoya. As you can see, and as the name says, it's got a black margin around the edges of the leaves. This was the original leaf, I believe. Again, this has done nothing for so long. I think it had flat mites, so I recently treated just around where the growth points were, because it was kind of doing that thing where it would grow a few leaves and then just drop them and nothing would happen. And since I did that, I've got 2 new leaves out of it. So, and there's a new growth point, a fresh growth point on the way. So, yep, that seemed to do the trick. Okay, next, this is Hoya Kingiana Elbow. Yes, so that is it here. This is a really cute Hoya. I'd like to get the opposite as well. So this is obviously the outer variegated. Be nice to get the inner as well. And yeah, just a cute Hoya. I don't know, I just like the leaf shape in it, how it's all crinkly, kind of like incrustata. That's what it reminds me of. Next, we've got this one that, again, this is probably one that I would normally take out of here, but I don't have any room. It is Hoya Cardiphylla. So it's got really nice veiny leaves. It's really smooth, and it's got a little bit of that ripple kind of around the side. This is quite a cute Hoya. Next, again, this one should probably come out, but I don't know where to put it. This is Hoya David Kamungii. So he's doing really well. I need to get him a new kind of trellis because he's outgrowing this little stake that I have. Yeah, very cute Hoya. I really like this one. Has some kind of margins around the leaves as well, if you can see that. It's very similar to like Billabata, Inulata, those kinds of Hoya as well. Next, this is Hoya Noel. So this I believe is a cross between two different Hoyas, and I don't know what it is. I will look it up and put it down below. This is an interesting Hoya. This has been kind of, I've been hearing a little bit about it over the last year. It seems to have originated from one person who, I'm not 100% sure, but they've been selling cuttings from that. So expensive, so expensive. And then I saw one of my friends on Instagram was selling one pretty decent price, like one leaf. So I grabbed it. It's put this leaf out since I got it. Yeah, we'll just, I guess, see how we go with this one. Next, this is Hoya sigillartus. This is another one that has done nothing for so long, and I started spraying the growth points in case it had flat mites, and again it's just started to put out a new growth point finally, so hopefully it can continue to grow now. This is a pretty interesting Hoya, I think. It's got long skinny leaves and super duper splashy, as you can see. We have Hoya burtonii. This is again small. I had a really decent sized one of these, and yeah, it just got root rot. I ended up chopping and propping it, and this is kind of what was left from me chopping and propping it up. What else have we got? Next we've got Hoya elbow acuta. I do also have the opposite one of this, but it is currently propping. Again, it had root rot, so it's not potted. This was the same, it got root rot, and I chopped and repotted it, so it's just been repotted, and it's just started to grow again by the looks of it. There's a fresh growth point on it. So yeah, that is Hoya acuta elbow. Next we've got Hoya, don't know how to say it, Hoya variegata. I think this was in my last Hoya video, and I'd just gotten like a cutting that was tiny, like 2 or 3 leaves. That cutting died. And recently I got a couple small little cuttings from a friend who I put in here, and it's actually starting to grow really well now, so you can see it's decent sized. It's still small, but it's actually got quite a few leaves that it's doing really well. So I love this Hoya. This is again one of my favorites. When these get really full, they're just so pretty. I love this little growth point here. You can see there's like a little the light pink on the leaves. So cute. Yeah, I really love this Hoya. There's a very sad Hoya polyneura splash. This leaf is pretty much wanting to come off and die. It has got a fungal infection, but there is a tiny little new growth coming in right on the side that I can see, so I'm really hopeful. So hopefully that will grow, and then I'll probably, if this is still here, cut it off because it's such a sad leaf. So this is my Hoya variegated lacunosa. Super cute. This is doing pretty good as well. Yeah, it started to take off, so that's really good. It was like 2 or 3 leaves when I got it, so it's teeny tiny. There's 2 growth points in here, but yeah, as you can see, it is actually a few leaves now. And I think this is the very last Hoya in my collection that I have to show you, unless I've forgotten something, which is very likely. And that is my Hoya sunrise. This is, again, a tiny cutting. I've had this cutting for ages, but again, I think it was suffering from flat mites. I sprayed it, and now we finally, after like probably a year and a half, finally have a growth point coming in. So, whew, I think this is finally actually gonna grow, which is amazing. So happy. So yeah, I am pretty sure that is all of my Hoyas. So yeah, I think we've come to the end of the video. That is all of the Hoyas that I can think of. I probably do have some Hoyas that I haven't shown you that are just propagating at the moment. I did mention that I had the acuta elbow in a variegated, so I do have that Hoya which is rooting. I don't think I have any other Hoyas that are rooting. That might be the last one to go. So yeah, that is all my Hoya collection. Thank you for bearing with me and sticking through that. That was a lot. Hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like. Of course, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, if you enjoyed this content. And I'll see you next time. Bye!